You fucking
All right,
get
welcome.
into it then.
I have a set of parallettes, and they're really fucking annoying to. Shit, I said I wasn't going to swear in the first little bit. They're really annoying. I was going to put them. I have a bench. I don't know. Can you see that? No, you can't. I have a bench hanger thing, for hanging the bench on the wall.
Yeah.
Or the row. I think you can use them for a rower as well. It would have to be a lot higher. Surely there's a parallette one, is there?
I was thinking that because my parallettes are just dumped in the corner of the gym, and I need a sexy little hanger.
Has to be even if you got. I was thinking if you got, like one of those rails that you hang clothes on, like those ones that you can wheel around, and if you just put the legs of the parallettes over the top.
Yeah,
but
I bought a load of those. Those gun racks they sell on Rogue for the barbell holders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like 4 clips, so you get bigger ones. I bought a load of the 3 hook ones, and I've got all the weighted vests on there. I got the parallettes hanging up on there as well. It's quite useful.
I was going to say
it's a very expensive way to do it.
It would have to be Rogue. There probably is a Rogue parallette holder for like 500 quid. And then
don't you have little mini plate holders on the wall for hanging the little 1.5 plates? Can't hide money, JR, can you?
What, me or Johnny?
They are officially they're just storage hooks. So I bought them for the plates, which is fine. But where I spent stupid money for no reason, I put all the barbell clips on them. That's got to be the most. They could go in the basket, 100%. They could, but I chose not to.
I was in Leamington. They have pillars in the middle of the building. I have a sneeze coming on. They have pillars in the middle of the building, and there's wood all the way down, and then there's a gap in the wood, and it recesses in, and that they have their clips are in there, and everyone was going around with clips, and I was looking around. I was like, where is everyone getting their clips from? And then they pointed, but they just kind of pointed in the direction of the pillar, and I just looked at a pillar, and I was like, there's no book. What am I looking for? And I was walking around, but as you walk over to it, it recesses in, and then there's a little like divot, and you like reach in and take out clips. But I was like, how is anyone going to find that?
Fancy.
Speaking of CrossFit, Hobart is doing a show with Denise in a couple of hours on how to identify a good CrossFit gym. And I text Hobart last night, and I said, funnily enough, we're doing pretty much the exact opposite of this 2 hours before you do it. He said, I'll make sure and say it. He won't. So we're going to talk about the worst things you can see when you do a drop-in. The most irksome, the most skin crawly, the most, when I think of these things, I think of JR doing a like sideways twitch, and then just be like, that's fine. Never coming back here. You're on my list. So before I do that, though, we have a little bit of business we need to take care of. Johnny, my nose. Sorry, hang on. I'm so stuffy. Really, really excited for cabin pressure tomorrow. Johnny, would you rather pay $20 for something now or pay $29 for the same product in a month?
Well, $20 now, surely.
Well, Jamie, you're a vehement proponent of business and smartness. Would you rather pay $20 now or $29 later?
Yeah, I'd go with the 20 now. Seems like a good deal.
It makes sense, JR, doesn't it?
We're raising our prices, but not for you. If you're already a member, nothing changes. Your monthly cost stays locked in at $20 forever. For everyone else, once we hit 1,000 members or on December 1st, whichever comes quickest, new memberships will cost $29 a month. Once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, all 1,000 subscribers are going to get our 100 plus hotel and travel workouts ebook for free. If you've already bought it, you're going to get the updated version with modified options for every single workout. You still have time to lock this $20 price in for life. Sign up now and save at trainsentinel.com. You don't want to miss it.
AI is crazy that it made Taylor a granddad. Like, it's nuts. I made that ad, so if anybody wants ads, I'll do discounted rates for affiliates. If anybody wants an ad made or a commercial, you can contact me, and I'll do that for you. Are your parallettes Rogue or PVC. They're the Rogue kind of metal ones because I bought them about a week after I came back from 179, and I was pretty amped on Rogue when I came back from Johnny's gym for some reason. Weird. All right. Last night, if you didn't see it, go back and watch the spin where JR went through all of the workouts. I have it saved, downloaded on my YouTube Premium because I'm that guy on my phone. So when I go on the airplane tomorrow with my kids, I'm just going to put my headphones in, pretend they're not my kids, and enjoy the 4-hour flight. In the first half, I listen to JR. I'm just going to ignore that. That's going to be my practice for the flight. Just be like, fuck off. So you can go back and watch that. That's people are saying, I hope. God, I can't find any of the comments. I keep reading a comment. Here we go. Hey, I hope GR doesn't fall asleep. See, he was up late on the spin. That's why. Jamie, you're visiting an affiliate. You're in a strange land, a strange city, maybe just a village. And you see, oh shit, there's a CrossFit gym here. That's cool. I'll go and do a little drop in. You walk in the door. What do you see that makes you think, oh, Jesus?
It's probably before we've even walked through the door, actually. We're pulling up in the car and we see a load of members outside and the door's closed and no one's there. Not good. So the class is going to start in like 5 minutes time. The owner's not there or the coach isn't there. The place is locked up. And I've been to a couple like that where we actually kind of just walk through already kind of late. Lights go on and then we all just wander up the whiteboard. I don't like that. That's not good.
That happened to us in America, Jared, didn't it? Where was that? Was that Miami? It wasn't a class. When we went, they were like, "Oh, we're locking up." We were like, "Oh, cool, okay." Per your website, you're.
Oh no. That was in California, I think. No, that was in Texas.
Oh, at Fort Worth, was it?
I think so. Yeah.
Because
we went once and they.
No, it was Miami Beach. It was Miami Beach.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That's what it was. But yeah, we went and we were like, "Can we just do some sprints in the back parking lot?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's fine."
And then they came back and said, "Oh, we're actually staying, so it's fine." We were halfway through. It was like, "Cool, buddy. Thanks a million." We're like 10K into our shuttle runs.
That was when your hammy was a little bit grumpy.
I'm pretty sure I actually pulled my hamstring. On the flight, I remember on the flight on the way home, I got honestly the worst cramp I have ever gotten. That was the day before we left, I think, doing these stupid fucking sprints and air squats, wasn't it? And then on the flight on the way home the next day, just almost asleep, and my right leg just kicks out, hits the chair in front of me. I'm on the window seat, so I'm doing that like stand up, like I'm like, what the fuck do I do with my leg in this position? I'm now locked out and it's under the chair in front, so I can't even withdraw it to move. So it's like I just have to wait until the cramp dissipates and then get out. Okay, yeah. So you turn up at a gym, it's locked, and the coach is like arriving, rustling. You know it's a big bunch of keys as well. It's not just going to be a streamlined like opening of the door. There's going to be one of those rainbow colored like tassels hanging off it. Probably have a dog with it as well. Yeah,
but it gets worse. It gets worse because you get there and you're speaking to the members and they're like, they're not even like bothered. They think that's the norm. You know, so you'd go, oh, if they were like, oh, this never happens, but then they were like, yeah, this is the regular thing. I'm like, it's not.
This is Brian's class. That's why it's happened. It's always him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that will be. And geez, you're not even in the door and you're pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to work out if Jamie's drop in at Reform is relatable today. Where's Reform? God, he doesn't even remember it. That's a bad sign.
It's a good sign.
Reform.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, I know where it is. Yeah.
I won't ask any follow-up questions.
They were there.
Who was there? Oh, on the time, you mean? All right, Johnny, give us Johnny, you visit a shit ton of gyms because you obviously go for seminars and stuff as well. You're going to Austria now in like a couple of weeks, aren't you? What's the thing you see when you walk in? No, Switzerland. What's the thing that you see when you walk in Switzerland?
Switzerland, I'm going next weekend.
Geography.
What do you see when you walk in that you're like, God,
It's
fucking
different
hell.
for me because I see a lot of gyms, but I generally only see them when they're seminar ready. You know what I mean? So generally, you would think that's them at their most polished. One thing, I apologize to the lads as well if they've got this in their gym, that I don't like, never have liked, is all those old school T-shirts hanging from coat hangers from the roof. I don't know why. I've never liked it. Like the fucking cheesy slogans, for a good time called Fran, and it's hanging from their window. 3, 2, 1, go. Caked in dust usually. Hasn't been fucking cleaned in about 10 years. If I walk in and I see a fucking wall full of old T-shirts that are 15 years old, that generally goes along with a lot of homemade kit.
What if they're like, what if
Parallax
it's like nice, like SC Fit, like Second City, they have it, but they're folded and like
that's different.
on the displayed,
That's
like
different.
actually properly displayed, not just like left.
I've seen gyms make them into little pillows on their seating area, which is cool. I just don't like them seeing caked in dust hanging from the halfway up the wall from 15 years ago. We've moved on, We've moved on from that era.
Do you ever do a best things episode, or is this like Shit Talkers Weekly? It's like Shit Talkers Weekly. It's some people say that sex sells. Well, if criticism sells as well, but it's also an opportunity for people to get better, because now someone will be like, "Shit, I'm always arriving 5 minutes before the gym starts, and if that's pissing people off that are doing drop-ins, I better fix that." Or, "Oh God, I have so many shitty T-shirts hanging that are all eaten by moths. Maybe I should get rid of them." Maybe Johnny's talking about my gym. JR, give us yours.
I mean, this is probably one that's a little less popular, and I guess I don't drop into gyms often. Like, I've kind of realized that because I've owned the gym for 10 years now, that I used to try to drop in a lot on family vacations, and I found myself just trying to be like another coach, like always trying to pick stuff up that was put out of place, or like help the coach with something, or like help one of their members. Like, I just felt like I could never really just relax and work out. So usually just bring my own equipment and work out, like at the house, or just do body weight stuff. But when I drop in with you guys, when we go to big competitions, I cannot stand filling out a waiver that takes me more than 10 seconds to do. Like, I think that's something that, and I don't do it here. I mean, Jamie's head can explode. I still do like on a clipboard paper waivers. So if someone comes in like, "Hey, I just want to drop in," like, "Cool, just fill out this waiver real quick." It's probably like name, address, emergency contact, and then a signature at the bottom so they won't sue me. That's it.
You're so simpatico.
I just think it's really easy, and I know physically that I saw them do it, and I can just store it away, and that's it. So getting there, but taking 10 or 15 minutes before you can actually go and put your stuff down and start working out, I would say is kind of annoying.
What was that gym we were at that Hiller and you did a class at the games this year?
CrossFit Albany, or Albany CrossFit. Yeah.
Fully faked filling in a waiver at that gym, and then I turned around, like, me and JR were there, and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't fill that in." He goes, "I did the exact same thing. We just pretended we were typing on our phone. We scanned the QR code. I scrolled how long it was, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. I'll never be back here again. Like, what is the point?" And I was just like, "Oh, that's sorted. Thanks very much. We'll see ourselves down." Yeah, no, I think there should be just a thing that you take a photo or something at the desk, and that's your consent.
Yeah. Or you just like scan the QR and it says waiver,
yes or no,
and you just click it, and that's it.
And it's just with your IP address or something instead of email, name, date of birth, hometown, first line of your address, zip code. It's like, I don't need any of this. What country you're from? Who fucking cares? Like, why are you going to send me a letter? Like,
what's your primary reason for coming today? What do you hope to get out of the experience?
What gender are you? It's like, just tell me how any of this stuff, like creed, what religion, who's your favorite band, who was the second president of the United States. Jamie, what's your second one? I'd say you have a pretty cohesive waiver, do you?
Yeah, but it's quick, it's like, it's just like all the info tick on the bottom, and we the process, like, we try to make the drop-in process super easy. Like, if they call or if they message through Instagram, the guys on the desk will walk them through it, so they're pretty happy. And then if they don't, paper waivers, absolutely all over the clipboard and paper waivers. It's absolutely fine.
Think of the cost though.
Could go on toilet
right.
roll, couldn't it?
Yeah, give us your second one then, Jamie.
The second one is getting into the gym and animals and young children running back and forward through the swinging barbells, dumbbells, like it's some sort of like Tageshi's Castle of fitness.
It's a great.
It's,
do you get that, JR? Have you got Takeshi's Castle? Do you get that?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Did anyone ever win Tageshi's Castle? Did you ever see anyone actually finish it?
Takeshi, that's how it's named after him, isn't he? He was the first guy to do it. Yeah, I think if it's like open gym or something, I'm a lot more relaxed about stuff like that. But if it's like if there's a class on and there's just a child like wandering around or a dog or something, it's like what are we doing? Like what's happening here?
Yeah, when me and Donna dropped into somewhere like a couple of years ago, and it was back squat, and Donna back squatted onto the Labrador, like as it was walking around, and it was just like it's pretty off-putting, isn't it? Like,
and she sat on it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's fucking wild.
Box squats to a Labrador.
That's crazy. And were they apologetic? Were they like, "Oh, sorry," like I'm shooing the dog away?
No, they were just like, "Oh, there's whatever Fido's just like he just does that."
They call the dog Hiller just to make sure that you're squatting to death. Like, oh, Hiller, come away. Hang on, there was one here. Me and my buddy dropped into a gym in Myrtle Beach for 25.3, and we were warming up, and a member came up and just took the weights we were using like we weren't even there. Oh my god. That is amazing. But then CrossFit counts to it. That's just Myrtle Beach. Okay. JR's waiver only asks, do you know the rules of the turf area? Yeah. Don't leave out any equipment. Don't drop any equipment. I will talk about that in a few minutes. But my JR's passive aggression with that stuff is just peak favorite for me. Right, Johnny, what's your second one?
Being charged about 25 quid for a drop in, and the workout's absolute trash. I don't mind paying over the odds for a drop in if it's a good workout. Do you know what I mean?
Or if it's like at fucking Rogue, Ohio or something. Like if it's like a notable gym, I'll pay.
Don't be charging me 25 quid to use your rusty barbells and your rusty pull-up bars and your shitty kettlebells. If you're going to charge a premium price, I should be looking at a premium gym or premium workouts, I think people just
quid about like, is it like $30? Because like how much is that US?
That's about $29 about.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like London prices, and then as you get outside of London, probably 20 quid.
Average in the States is about $25, isn't it? Isn't that like?
Yeah,
I feel like that's my pay.
Mine is 20. Like if people drop in, yeah.
I got a few friends that dropped into. I charge £9 a drop in.
9. Jamie's like, what are you fucking doing? Look at him shaking his head.
Look at him. He's disgusting.
No, I know, like legit. But do you charge coaches and owners?
What do you mean? No.
I don't either. Like if someone says, "Oh, like I have an affiliate," or like I work in an affiliate, we don't charge them.
I
would never walk in and be like, "I'm an affiliate owner. Fucking give me."
Never. Like if someone's like got it at the bottom of their email or something like that, if they send it or they mention it, we'll never charge them.
What do you charge if they're not an affiliate owner, Jamie?
20 quid.
So £20 in Newcastle, £9 in Wales, and $20, which is about £16.50 or something pounds.
Yeah, I don't mind paying the price. Just give me something that's like worth the money.
Yeah, what I also do like is if they're there for 2 days, then I'll just tell them to pay 30. If they're there for like a full week, I might just do 50, like $10 a day. Like I don't want someone to pay almost a full month's membership because they're there for a week. That's kind of crazy. But I mean, when you go to the games and stuff, I mean, you pay $100 for the week.
Yeah,
that's just that's
it's when the what do you call that? Dynamic pricing, isn't that what it's called? Where there's a lot of people around because the games are on. Let's charge $35 a drop in, or Wodapalooza's on. Let's charge it like. And I think maybe it's just I'm not strong enough willed as a human, but I I really enjoy a bit of confrontation and I really enjoy awkwardness, but I think I draw the line when I'm in a gym. JR's nodding like, yeah, he does. But when I'm in a gym and someone says, oh, it's $30 for the drop in, for some reason I'm not willing to just say fuck off and like turn on my heels and leave. I think it's because I've already like decided what workout I'm going to do, how, like where I'm going to go, or someone's with me and I'm like, well, I've come this far, I guess I'll just commit and jump in 2-footed. But like, I think I am actually going to start doing that. If they say like, oh, it's $35, be like, it is not $35. If it's $35, I'm not staying. Like, that is insane. That's
No, what
I'm
usually
pretty sure
happens
that's
is
what
it's like, yeah, it's $35. Peter drops his head and I say, I got this one. Pay for both of us. Goes, okay, cool. I'll get the Uber.
yeah, or yeah, a lot of the time they're like, oh, Venmo or whatever, and I'm just kind of like turn around to Jared. I'm like, Dad, I don't have Venmo. Yeah, no, I can't. It's crazy to me. Like, I think everybody agrees that if you're going to a concert or something and a hotel night in the city is double what it usually is just because that concert is on, people are like, that's outrageous and it's fucking ridiculous. But then a CrossFit gym doing that because it's a big event in their city is fine for some reason, to just add $15 to the single drop-in open gym price, where there's probably 45 people in there. You can't get to a single fucking piece of equipment anyway, but you're like, cool, I'm really glad I spent like my per diem I'm coming in here for this. Yeah, whatever.
Mate
If it's
went
like
to Canada and he messaged ahead of time on Instagram, paid ahead of time on Instagram, turned up the next day, it was a 5K run for time. He's like, oh, I could have done that for free, like, and just run alongside your members. And they knew it was, and they still charged him ahead of time.
oh, that's
I would have
great.
been like, tomorrow's a 5K, just come in and jump in with us.
Oh wow, that's crazy. It would have been funny if he asked for a refund and then still showed up and just was like 3, 2, 1.
Just did the 5K.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like I think $20 I'm fine with. Like £15, £20. I think it has to be. You can't be like, oh, it's $11.90. You know, it has to be like a reasonably round number. But the dynamic pricing or surge pricing or whatever you call it just really fucking pisses me off that people will do that. And they're the same people that would go ape shit if that happened with a hotel that they were staying in, or with the, you know, if they'd lose their fucking mind if they were like, that fucking hotel is £40 cheaper the week before when there's no concert on. This is ridiculous. And it's like, look, you're doing it with your gym. Gone are the days where drop-ins were £10. I'm guessing you probably get them free now.
Swansea.
They're like, oh, you were at the games. You're the wrist girl. Here, we'll pay you to come. Yeah, okay, yeah. The drop-in is, I can't stand it. JR, what's your second one?
I mean, this is going to be, I don't know, it's probably just because I'm an addict. When people come to drop in at Crash, and I'm like, yeah, why are you here? They're like, oh, I'm just here for work for like a couple days. I really don't have anything to do. I tell them, like, cool, the gym is open all day, and it doesn't get locked, and there's open gym literally all day. So if you want to jump into the class and then like come back later and do some mobility, jump on a machine, like, you're more than welcome to. I would like to be told that, because if I'm paying $20 or 25 or 35 to come work out and we don't have anything going on that afternoon and we want to come back and get something else in, like, I would love to know that I could do that. That it's cool if you want to come back, like, you've already paid for the day. If you want to get a quick workout in and then come back this evening and work out, you're good. Like, that's kind of an obscure thing, but I think I would like to be told that, unless the gym owners are like, no, if you want to come back, you're going to pay again. You know, whatever.
Yeah, is it drop-in charge for the day, or just like
That's
once
a good
you
question,
exit, it's
because
over?
people usually don't ask to come back for.
Yeah, like, you're not going to be like, I want to do the 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then I want to come back and do the 8 o'clock. Like, you're not going to redo all the classes. But open gym is an interesting one. I wonder, is it like, I'm going to do the 7 a.m. class. Cool, yeah, it's $20. All right, can I come back for open gym at 1 o'clock? I wonder what they'd say. Would they be like, no, I don't know.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I don't want to ask that because it feels kind of icky to do. Like,
I guess if you say, like, does that include open gym later on too?
Sure.
Or is it per entrance? We charge $20 for drop-in. We use Mayhem affiliate programming. It's irrelevant. As an owner, I know how important revenue is, so I'm happy to support other CrossFit gyms when I travel. I pay $25 or $30 for 10 400-meter runs. Yeah, I've no issue paying. Like, I don't think I've ever gone to a gym and said, "Oh, I'd like to not pay, please." But what I don't like is paying, and then you get through the door and you're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, look at the state of this shithole." Or you're paying and you're like, "Wow, $35 seems pretty high for a drop-in at a CrossFit gym." And then you realize that it's not always $35. It's just $35 this week. That's where I kind of, take umbrage. And yeah, Lucy's USP is not that she's the risk girl. That was just for a comedic effect. Okay, Jamie, what's your number? Your number 3.
Number 3 is when you walk in and you get through the door and there is zero contact from coach or staff or anything. Like, go through the door and you just like stand there. You don't know where to put your stuff. You don't know where the toilets are. You don't know what's going on. Someone who works there knows you're there, like say they've seen you and they don't kind of come over and do anything about it. That's not good, because no one wants to look silly, like stand in the wrong place or not knowing what to do. And on the other side of this, one of the best examples I've ever had of this, I was at CrossFit Louvre 3, the second one that Dan Chaffee's got in Paris. And we'd done the workout, everything. And we were just sitting in the reception area, just kind of getting our stuff together. And this dude just walks through the door and he like sees someone he doesn't know. And he just like makes a like straight line across. And he's like, "Oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. I work here. Did you have a good workout? Have you been like had a good experience? Is there anything else I can do? Where you staying? Do you, what's your plans this afternoon? You should go to this coffee place." And I was just like, this is it. This is why this gym is so successful, because everyone's so the opposite of that is what I don't like.
So-and-so is a weird name, isn't it? Hi, I'm so-and-so.
Yeah, it was French so-and-so.
So-and-so. I was at I think it's a feeling that everybody's really, really familiar with. Not even just at a CrossFit gym, but like I was at a birthday party for my daughter, not her birthday. Like she was at a birthday party, and I was dropping her off. And as I dropped her off, as always happens, I panic texted my wife, and I was like, "What does this kid's mother look like?" Because I was like, she needs to give the card to someone, and I need to be there when she gives the card, and then I can leave. And she was like, "Oh shit, sorry." I didn't see the text later on, but she described it anyway. It was actually a pretty good description. But a woman came over and said hello to Sloan, but didn't use her name. Just said hi, and then just kind of stood there. And I was like, if you're the mother, the onus is on you to introduce yourself as the mother and to say, "I'm Jamie's mother. This is I'll change the name. I'm Fred's mother. This is birthday party. Do you want me to take a card?" But she just kind of stood there. And then I kind of stood there and was like, well, I'm going to fill the silence. So I said, I said, she's pretty tired. She was at a show last night with the hurling club. She's pretty tired, but she's ready to party. And then she just goes, "Great." And then I checked my phone and the text said, "She's blonde, has short blonde hair." So I just said, "Sloan, why don't you give her the card?" And then she handed the card. I was like, "Right, I'll be back in 2 hours." But that feeling of where you're like, am I in someone's way? Like, is this an inconvenience for me just being here? And then someone walks past, you kind of step back, let them pass. Then you're like, why has nobody come over to me yet? Should I go over to somebody else? I'm leaning on the desk. It's kind of pretty obvious that I'm here. Another good example of that, I think, is the culture. So when it's not a staff member, but when someone approaches you and says, like a member, it's happened in Crash. And I know that Sousa and Tyler, when they were there before for Crash, tried to get someone to join the gym that they saw coming in, that they were like, "Oh, this is a potential member." But I think, I think someone coming over and saying, "Oh, is this your first time here?" As a member, if I see that, I'm like, this is a fucking good gym, because they obviously have a culture of, community and recognition of like new faces and stuff, which is good. But yeah, like that, I think I talked about it, did I? That gym in Philadelphia where I went in and there was a girl like fucking Hoover. I don't know what she was doing. She was just pissing around in the lobby. And I was like standing there kind of looking at there was a QR code on the desk. So I kind of took out my phone to scan the QR code. And then she comes over. She shouts from across the room. I was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to do a drop-in." And she's like, "Oh yeah, just scan the QR code and fill out the waiver." And I was like, "Okay." And that was the only contact I had until I left. And the only reason that they could talk to me when I was leaving was because I was spending far too long entering email and stuff to buy a fucking drink as I left. But yeah, they did. There was no, I was like, I'd never, if I was in Philadelphia again, no way would I go back there. I went out of my way to go there, paid to go in, and I was like, all the communication I got was, you okay? Yeah, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. No, like, do you need me to show you around? Here's the fucking toilets. Here's the, help yourself to whatever you want. Not in the toilet, but in the gym. Help yourself to whatever you want. But yeah, there was nothing of that. I was like, I'd never go back there. Yeah, OBA. Didn't like it. Fine gym, but that pissed me off. Who gave that one there? Sorry, Jamie. Johnny.
Do you boys have a reception area that people walk into before the gym, or do they just walk into the gym?
They just walk into the
reception
gym.
area.
Like there's a front desk, but it's not closed off to the main gym space. It's like a part.
Yeah,
of the
mine's like that. Yeah. So what have you got, Jamie? Like a separate area before they go into the gym? Yeah.
Yours is a separate area, Johnny.
Yeah,
but
it's
in
not
that way, though. I suppose
it's not. Yeah, when the shutters are open, people don't go through the front door. So something I'm looking at. I just don't know how to do it properly. Anyway, one of my I don't like walking into a gym and then they're doing like they've brought the program in from somewhere else. Like, oh, we're doing mayhem, we're doing X, Y, and Z. I want it to have its own flavor. I want to go to a different gym that's got workouts that are unique to the gym or are unique to their space or their equipment or whatever they've got, and they can bring those in. So yeah, whenever I'm like, oh, we do X, Y, Z, I'm like, oh, come on. I mean, it's a good resource for people to learn, but I would have maybe I'd have a worse experience because maybe the program would be fucking terrible. But
do you think you'd be able to tell if they didn't tell you at all?
I would have an idea, I think, if it was like outsourced from somewhere else. If the workout was on
I wonder if just them offering that up to you is what irritates you. It's not really the workout. It's just the fact that they want to go ahead and tell you, oh, well, this is who we follow. And you're like, oh, okay,
yeah.
Well. So you mean you didn't ride it? Okay. I already don't like you because you didn't ride the workout.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would be able to tell straight away. And everyone I speak to is like, oh yeah, we follow this 2 weeks behind. And then why are you 2 weeks behind? We've got to change everything. Fucking point. Do it yourself.
yeah. A lot of the gyms I did drop-ins after that series follow CAP but tweak it. And I was kind of like, well, cool, but would you not just do your like? They were like, oh, it takes all the work out of it. And I was like, but if you're changing it, it's not taking the work out of it. You're just changing the work that you're doing. Like if you're having to change
it's hard to program for an affiliate. Like if you're trying to program for affiliates worldwide, space, size, like equipment, it's so unique to the gyms. So when you say, okay, well, I'm going to program for all the gyms with the biggest space, the best equipment. Well, most gyms haven't got ropes and enough echo bikes, enough rowers, enough skis to be able to put them in different workouts. So then they're constantly changing it. And if you're constantly changing it, it changes the workout a lot, and you just sort of plug in gaps of a workout. Now the workout doesn't make any sense anymore. So yeah, I would just rather it just walking in and being like a workout that's programmed for the space I'm walking into.
The gym that tomorrow's video at Tweedbank, he made an interesting point where he said that they used to follow they used to follow programming. They did JST, they did team programming, they did HWPO, something else. But he was like, it's good to learn like structure and the kind of the flow of a class and stuff like that. But he made an interesting point of the area that you're in will be so vastly different than other areas based on like predispositions of what sport people played, like the age demographic of the members of your gym, exposure they've had to different movements, because someone in Scotland versus someone in Carolina is going to have a different youth, like playing different sports, doing different things. And he was like, we can identify that our members are shit at thrusters because we're watching them do thrusters, but then maybe they don't come up for 3 weeks in the programming that we're following. Whereas if we're doing our own programming, we could be like, right, we need to do a lot of like front squats, a lot of, you know what I mean?
But generally, I would
Yeah.
say I would say as far as that movement goes, 'cause I think it's a good example. Usually, an affiliate will program wall ball or thruster every week, one or the other. Usually, so if you have identified something like that, I mean, that's about as low hanging fruit as it gets to see a wall ball and say, you know what? I think we're going to decrease the reps by half, or we're going to do 95-pound thrusters because you guys get buried whenever we do thruster workouts. Like that should be a really easy thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you should probably, if you're like, if it's not something you've done, I mean, if like this, I wouldn't, if I open an affiliate tomorrow, I wouldn't just start programming for the affiliate. Like I'd follow something else, but pay attention as I'm following it and be like, oh, I wonder why he's done that. Or like, I wonder why they chose to do that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And then, you know, look at the progressions and all that stuff. And then after 6 months, a year, be like, okay, I'm going to give it a go. Or run workouts past someone. Like, here's a week. Does this make sense? Or here's a month. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I think it'd be a really interesting thing actually to see, like say if I could see you guys do like a week's programming, and you could actually film it and see all the consideration that goes into it, because you can just, the amount of consideration that goes into affiliate programming is absolutely unbelievable. That I don't think people see how you've got to do it. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be really interesting to see, like almost like a top-down video of you and kind of showing your work and of how that goes, because a lot of people could learn from that. Just thinking, if you did open the Coffee Pods and Wads gym, that would be an amazing resource to be able to see that.
Yeah,
I think that's a way better resource than giving a gym programming. I think you just help them understand that here's different options. Here's how you would run X workout. Here's how you would run maybe a longer workout. Here's how you would run a workout with 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off, 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. Here's how you run your heavy lift and then your sprint workout at the end of it. I think that's a much better resource for gym owners to be able to put their own flavor on stuff. I was on a call with a gym owner earlier on, and they left a certain programming source because he had so much different equipment in the gym that the programming just wasn't using. I got all these sandbags in the corner. The programming I was following didn't ever program any sandbags. So like, I'm going to get them in. We never had rope climbs. So they didn't program them, but I have rope climbs. So I want to get them in. So I think if you just understand your space, you're going to write better workouts that suit your space better. There's always going to be limitations to that. But when I walk into a gym, I want to see a gym that's written its own stuff based off their equipment and using, like, you know, maybe the different stuff they have. Not every gym has. That's a personal thing, though, I guess.
JR, what's your number 3?
Just treat me like a child when I walk in and tell me the rules. Like when I walk in, just be like, hey, what's up? You here for open gym? Okay, cool. Now I'm going to do the class. Okay, cool. If you're doing the class, go put all your stuff in this room. Here's the bathroom. Like we ask that you don't do this. Well, this is going on to if you're going to do open gym. Okay, cool. This is the area you can be in. You guys can use anything you want, but there's a class going on. Don't use the main rig. Like, just let me know what you want me to do so that you don't have to spend any time with me the rest of the time. Like, I really appreciate that. People just being really firm. Like, I try to do that with members when they walk, with drop-ins when they walk in, because usually they're walking in and they want to do their own thing. I'm like, cool, this whole room is dedicated to that. If you don't have anything in here that you need, bring it in there. Just put it back when you get done. If you want to stick around after the class and use the turf, go for it. Don't bring any kettlebells on the turf, you know, stuff like that. Like, it's very, like, I try to just let them know that way. If I'm leaving in 5 minutes, they're not wondering what they can and can't do.
Yeah, or having to interrupt and be like,
right.
What's the story with this thing? Or can I go and get, and it's the same feeling of feeling like you're just awkward. Like that the scenario is just awkward to be like,
you just don't want to be needy because you know that gym owner has a million things they're trying to do, or that they have like kids they have to go pick up from school, and the last thing they want to be doing is assessing your ability to use a piece of equipment before they leave and let you use it by yourself. You know what I mean?
I hate not knowing where I can or can't go and trying not to get in the way of the class. Yeah, or doing that.
Exactly,
you know that sort of fake tiptoe run thing to get past people when there's a class going on. You're like, sorry. I had a drop in Grand Canary that Jero would have loved. The coach went as far as showing me how to clean my shoes. What? Oh, wait. really dusty outside. Okay, really dusty outside. And he just sat you down and was like, and here's how you clean the laces. Really dusty outside. I didn't want to get carried in. Great gym, great coach, great owner. There was another one here about a drop in. Was in Ireland in July. 2 best drop ins, incorrect use of an apostrophe, I've ever had. Navan Strength Collective, all class didn't even charge me. We're just stoked to have me. They're like, oh my God, it's an American. We were so excited. I dropped into a gym in Idaho, and I was immediately greeted by a coach. Had probably 7 to 8 members come up and introduce themselves during the 2 hours I was there. One of the best drop-ins I've ever had. And that was in open gym, not even a class. Your coach and members being welcoming makes a huge difference in the experience. Yeah, I fully agree with that. JR raises prices during Jason's training hours. Triple price.
Still to this day, never had one person come into the gym and say, "Hey, I'm dropping in," just because I was hoping maybe Jason would be here training.
That's funny, isn't it? Maybe after Camp Crash, maybe they're like, I thought maybe Brooke and Jason would be here doing another camp somehow. So I'm here. This is my 15th day in a row. Still not here now. Oh, okay.
He's actually incredible with people who he can tell like are drop-ins, because he can tell because he's here all the time. He knows who the members are. That if they're like, they come up to him and talk to him, he could be in between sets of something, because he does try to work out in the main class space and not in the open gym room as much as he can. Not in the middle of it, but just on the outskirts, so he can feel like he's not just in there 8 hours by himself. But
yeah,
he'll always, like, he can feel if someone wants to like introduce themselves to him, and he's really good about just talking to him, which is good, because he's not, hey man, I'm busy, like, can you give me a second? Like, if he did that, I would, tell him to go back in the other room.
I love the idea of him. I love the idea of him going over, hopeful that they're going to say, "Oh, I came here hoping that you'd be here." Like, oh, I didn't even realize you train here. That's crazy. He's just waiting for the one that he can go back to JR. Do you charge potential members drop-in fees? If there's someone coming for their, would you give them a free go, or would you be like, "Come and try a class. It's £20."
First class for me.
Free class.
If someone comes in,
Free.
that's interested in joining, yeah.
Same.
And then they come back the next day with a fake mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. People make it a lot more obvious than they think if you're just trying to get like a free week of training, saying that you're really interested in trying it out, but really you are interested, but you want to do that at all 3 of the gyms in the area so that you can train for free for a month, and then it's pretty obvious when people try to do that.
Yeah.
People don't do this, do they? Like, say they're dropping in, but they sign up for a free trial, but they know they're not. That's surely not a common thing, is it?
I've never had that.
That feels very shitty to do that.
Oh yeah, I want to try CrossFit for the first time, and they're touch and go snatching 80 kilos for reps.
Yeah.
Ring muscle ups. Is this how this works? Yeah, it's like Linda. What's Linda now? They just like take off. Two awesome drop-in experiences. Travis Mayer and Darren Hunsucker coached the class. Did I miss the first comment on that? I'm assuming that's just TTT. Well, what was it before? And then Mayhem.
I think it was called Passion before, and then
No, was it not the same name as an airline?
Is it United or something like that?
Yeah, United CrossFit.
I think it was Passion first, and then it was like United, and then
God, Passion is such a bad name. Fucking hell. JR, if you were opening another gym, what would you call it? If it like not Crash, what would you call it?
I'd figure out another form of alliteration with cruh.
Crooks. The crooks of it.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I thought you were going to say I'd figure out another group of animals name. I was going to suggest murder, like a murder of crows, but that might be CrossFit murder is a bit too edgy.
That's a little.
I'd argue.
Yeah.
You'd attract a certain type of clientele. Yeah, it's mainly.
I'm really jealous. I'm really jealous of the people like Johnny that are OG enough that they can use like an area code or something. That's really.
Do you know why his is 179?
No.
He's the 179th red shirt. When he became a red shirt, he was number 179. Isn't it cool?
Because I think when Johnny, how long have you been an affiliate?
2020.
Oh wow, so relatively new. When I affiliated Crash, the rules were already in place that you couldn't use numbers, and
Yeah.
you couldn't use area codes, and you couldn't. So, must be nice to be a red shirt, I guess.
I think they've come back on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's changed.
Some
Yeah.
of- Yeah, some of the people in our area have like, it's almost gone when it was exploding out. They put in all those rules, and then now people are like, in our area,
You can call it whatever you
are
want.
doing the areas. Yeah,
Just please affiliate.
Take whoever.
I don't care what you call it. You can call it CrossFit. We don't care. Just please affiliate. Yeah, because there's a CrossFit Ireland, which is nuts to me. Like imagine if it was like CrossFit USA. Like it's just crazy that it's a country.
I
don't
don't
think it was the
remember.
first
I
one.
don't remember if you could ever use a state, but I know that you could use city names, and they would just have a stranglehold on the city because if you Google it, like the city name is going to be like Albany CrossFit. I mean, who's gonna? Usually, you just go to the first one you see. So
I've dropped into JR's gym several times, and I've never worked out once in his gym. I also paid for the drop in. You can show up at CrossFit Crash 17th to 19th of October. You can buy tickets on the door. Is that right, JR? So tickets on the door? Is that the plan?
well, tickets at the door. I think tickets on the door is very funny that you say like that. I don't know why you use that preposition, but
What would you say, Jamie? Would you say on the door?
Tickets on the door. It's like tickets at the door.
yeah. I don't know. Is that a UK sort of convention?
Tickets on the door. No, that's that. No, tickets at the door. Tickets on the door makes it sound like all the tickets are stuck on the door. And you just
Yeah, like what?
take one off.
No, it means
on
there's a
door.
guy. There's a guy on the door, and he will have tickets.
Hey, but you use the word "on" a lot. You say, "Hey, what are you guys on?" Like, as in money. Hey, what are you guys on? Are you on 20K a month? What are you on? Like, what are you on?
I don't say that.
doesn't.
By the way, I
You
don't ever
do
ask
say
that question.
all the
I
time.
wouldn't ask you what money you're on.
We talk about athlete contracts, and you say, "Yeah, so and so's on this amount." You use the word "on" a lot. when
Okay,
it's
yeah.
kind of
I do that as well. To be fair,
What would I say? What's
be
the
a
alternative?
British.
Earning? They're not. Some of them aren't even earning it. They're just getting it.
what do you
So
want?
what do I use instead of on?
I would say at, just like at the door, on the door. I think it's just a difference in word
But the other
choice.
one,
Like,
the money. Like what money are you on?
Yeah.
What money are you getting?
I would just say like, what is Jason at? Oh, he's on 50K a year. Yeah,
No,
I would just-
Yeah,
that's a-
yeah, that
Hang
doesn't
on.
make
What was
sense
your
to me.
answer? What
Yeah.
was your answer after that? What's Jason at? What was the next line you said?
50K. Is that what I said?
No, but you said a whole sentence. What was the whole sentence you said?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah,
You
just
said he's on 50K.
yeah, but you commented on someone on the Crucible. They asked about tickets, and you said, "Yeah, on the door." And I was like,
Yeah,
"On
but
the
they're on the door. You just use two. What are they called? Prepositions? Is it? You just use two prepositions. You mixed prepositions in your question, your answer. That doesn't make any sense. You said, "What's Jason at?" He's on 50K. He's on more than 50K as well, by the way. But yeah, that's like your answer should be the question. It's like the verb should be the same. The place should be the same. You don't say like, "What's under the table?" or "The jug is on the table." You don't change the question. Anyway.
I'm sorry I made you feel
Escalated.
self-conscious about using the word "on."
You didn't make me. I know it's right. Like tickets on the door is right. Maybe it's an Irish thing. I had this conversation with someone the other day where
That's right.
I was saying the use of a comma in a sentence in a list. So if you're tuning in for affiliate stuff, I'm really sorry. I'll change the affiliate stuff so it makes sense.
I love the grammar talk.
We have barbells, comma, dumbbells, comma, sandbags, comma, and rowers is how Americans would say it. But I would say we have barbells, comma, dumbbells, comma, sandbags, sandbags, no comma, and then and rowers.
That's correct. That's
Because I think the
correct.
comma is like and. You're saying
Yeah,
that.
you don't put a comma before "and."
Yeah, I don't think you do. But the guy I was talking to was like, "No, you do." It's like you do
They're
not.
They're incorrect. Yeah.
I asked Chat GPT, and apparently both are right. One is American and one is English. So I guess if you're one of the early colonies,
Scottish people call a bacon roll a roll and bacon, not a bacon roll.
a roll and bacon.
Yeah, it's not a bacon roll.
I've got a roll. I've got my bacon. Oh, God, bacon out of
What
wood.
accent was that?
I started off in Welsh and then I went Scottish.
It wasn't fucking Scottish.
Do you know what's really annoying? I did an amazing Scottish accent on the debate show last night where I was talking about the video coming up, and I'm annoyed I didn't replicate it. There was something I want to talk to you about, Jamie. We've got like 5 minutes. I want all of your opinion on this, but Jamie, I think this might give Jamie an aneurysm. The guy in the gym, Tweed Bank tomorrow, in the video. So he said it fucking was amazing, Lucy. You shut your mouth. It was proper Glasgow as well. It was like Kenny Dalglish was in the room. The guy that's on the show tomorrow, on the video tomorrow, he doubled his membership, right? He took it over in April of last year. He doubled the membership to 160 or something, right? From like 80-ish. And now he is breaking even. Isn't that insane? So he took over the gym, was like shown like the books. Like, yeah, everything looks in order. This is cool. Took it over and then turned the page on the books. I was like, why is all this stuff? What's this whiteout? And why is this bit rubbed out? Like, what's this number that I can sort of see? Oh shit. And then realized that there was all this fucking loopholes and all this shit that the owner was doing. There's a gym upstairs, like a Lobo gym upstairs, and a space for jiu-jitsu and everything. And he had them all as separate businesses, so he's paying different rates and everything. So when this guy took over and had to change everything with the councillor, change ownership, they came out and looked and were like, no, you can't do that. So changed everything. So he's just in a hole financially that he's been just climbing out of since.
Yeah, that's
rough.
That's tough. Like, got to get the legals in to do the due diligence when you take on stuff like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I couldn't.
But he's breaking even and doing okay now.
Yeah, but he's not taking a wage.
Yeah, how many members? 180.
180 or 100. Yeah, 160.
How much is rent then?
I think he said one of the rooms. So he has to pay rates from one wall to the other wall. Say, it's like done in square footage or whatever. So it's not as like separate because it's downstairs and an upstairs. So it's done the whole like square footage of the building basically is his rates. And I think upstairs is like 1,500 a month just for one of the upstairs sections. But now he started doing. Have you guys seen that Roar Gymnastics or something? Yeah. So he started. Oh, I have a sneeze coming. He started doing that, and they come in. They give you all the equipment. You rent the equipment for kids, JR, and you rent all the mats, the steps, like all that kind of stuff. And they do from 4 to 7 or something, I think, or no, from crawling to 7. So now that takes care of the charge for upstairs. So now that's actually turning a profit. And then he's also, which I thought was really clever, he's turned the way that they enter the Roar Gymnastics into the place. They have to walk through, the parents have to walk through the CrossFit gym. And then he's standing there going like, oh, I've thought about doing CrossFit as they're going past. Plus, when the kids turn 7, there's no more gymnastics for them. So then he's like, oh, we do CrossFit Kids. And he's got like, I think the CrossFit Kids, this is one thing he does that I don't like, but the CrossFit Kids membership is included with the adult membership. So if you're a member, your kid gets to do CrossFit Kids for free, which I don't think is good.
We don't do that.
He should be charging, I think. But yeah,
that's a funny one. Like whatever level, like over a certain amount, once you've covered your bills and covered your everything like that, profit should scale. Like you should set, say, like 20% margin, and then everything should kind of you should cut your outgoings to suit that, and then everything scale up. But obviously, he's being shafted, has he? He's being shafted.
Yeah, but I think as well. So he has a pretty good job and pension and all that kind of stuff, and he's like, oh, I don't want to quit that. And like he can work from home, so he just does his work in the gym. And then he has coaches. At some point. He has coaches, like he's hired a coach that's running it like full time, basically. But yeah, it is interesting because. Oh, sorry, Jared. Jeez, sorry, trying to promote the show that's on tomorrow.
You did the thing to look. You looked up, and I thought you were like, yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, I haven't. I'm doing power snatch, overhead squat every 230 for 6, and then 3 on, 2 off, 4 rounds of 10 dumbbell snatch, 2 wall walks, and 30 double unders. If someone signs up for Sentinel after the 1st of December, they're paying $29 for that, but I'm only paying $20 a month. That's a drop in at Johnny's gym per month that you're
It's
saving.
two.
You sign up
It's
now.
3.
Yeah, speaking of Johnny's gym, Johnny, you did some Wadapalooza legless into using legs rope climbs recently. Was it today that you did that workout, or yesterday? Were you like
yesterday.
you had to start
Yesterday.
legless, but then as soon as you could get high enough to use your feet, you did?
Jam
was
your feet
cool.
on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was much harder. We did it with a V up as well, just to make it a little bit harder again. But like, people were like, "Oh my god!" It was like I never climbed a rope before.
That's cool.
So it's quite a good twist on it. Yeah, it was good.
Do you have the belt?
Just to,
No belt for that. I was fucking ripping through that workout. that workout I did with the belt on was Jackie Pro from the game. And remember, you
Yeah.
had to make it off the rower by, I think it was 310 for a guy. We were like, look,
Yeah.
this is not realistic for 99% of you. So like, don't worry about that. Just do the row, get through the 50 thrusters at 40 kilos and 30 bar muscle, which is plenty. One of the boys decided he wanted to try and fucking dust the rower. Didn't make the time cap, but then also didn't make the thrusters. Was outside for about 20 minutes after the row. Didn't do any thrusters, no bar
It's
muscles.
135, right? That's the pace on that. 135.
Yeah.
Was it 310? Yeah, that's aggressive.
Yeah, that's again, it's not that
It's hard.
most people. I didn't like that, by the way. That makes no sense.
JR, did you send Pat an invite to Crash? He seemed interested and complimentary. Did you watch that show? He was very complimentary to you, actually.
I came up on that show.
Yeah, I asked him if he's going to do Crash. And he
Oh,
was
really?
like, and I was like, it's 10 grand, Pat. And then he was like, oh, wow. I mean, I'm not one to step over 10 grand. And then, well, he said 10K because he's North American. And then he said, oh, I like that competition though. Like it's really well programmed. Or like, I like it. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Drop
Yeah, the
him a
workout's good.
text.
He like he and Brent both usually like after Crucible, like after that weekend on the Monday, they'll both just text me like, hey man, I watched all weekend, thanks for like putting that on, it's really fun to watch. Like they're like, it's cool to know that some people that you would never think would care at all are just like, they're still fans of it. They like something to do and something to watch, you know what I mean?
Don't
Cool.
mock Pat or Brent throughout broadcast. Okay, just note that. Johnny, you have a pairs thing this week or something, is it? This weekend?
We got like a partner series that runs for the month, basically. So we got people paired up in the gym, a couple of from outside of the gym as well. Male, female, female. And we just program a workout every Friday for 4 weeks. But once the workout comes out, you basically got the rest of the month to do it. It just stops people making excuses about, oh, I'm going on holiday or I can't make it for 4 days. Like, no problem. You got the rest of the month. So I think we've got like 80 pairs last time I checked. I need to double check that number, but we'll have way more now when we bully a couple people tomorrow when they're in the class together and they haven't got a partner. And yeah, it'll be good. It'll be
Peer
good.
pressure.
Yeah.
Do you think I can learn double under crossovers in 10 days?
Have you got double unders now?
Normal double unders, yeah. I well have
Double-
them. I mean,
How many
kind of-
double under
we flirt with
crossovers?
each other.
Do you need
I just
to
want
do
to be. I've never done one. I've done single crossovers, no problem. Well, minor
single
problems.
crossover? That's not the thing.
That's single.
No,
I got
but I
crossovers,
want
no
you-
problem. Well,
I want you to try them, and I want you to send me what your back looks like after about 20 minutes of practice.
Do you know what I did? You know, what's that rope? The really thin wire one. You know, the Evo whatever, the RX Markier one. So the other day I came out, I was like, oh, I'm going to use that. It was so fun using that rope. It's so light. So I started doing it. And I was like, I bet it'd be like complete wrong logic. It's like, I bet it'd be really easy to do a double under crossover with this. Oh, the pain was genuinely the worst pain I've had in about 6 months. It just all from shoulder blade to shoulder blade diagonally. And I just like hit myself and I was like, oh, I'm just like, that was a really bad thing to do. So I put it back. But I'm bringing that extender rope with me on holidays. And I'm going to try and learn double under crossovers before I come back. That's my plan.
Is it the rope with the little sections on it that's good for
Yeah.
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 A bit of a heavy rope. You can feel where it is a little bit more.
beaded rope.
I'm bringing
You
my drag
actually
rope too.
make
So
it, yeah.
The drag rope.
Johnny did inspire me to take the plunge for November. We're doing a hero workout every single day of the month.
Really?
nice. Every
Like
day.
from HQ?
Every day. every single day.
Wow.
So I've gone through and found like the Thursday, Sunday type workouts, which are typically less like load bearing, lower impact.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that are
DVB.
like, Jerry would be one. I don't really want to
Yeah.
do Griff, but I'll probably do Griff. I don't know. Someone's gonna fall doing that. I'm gonna tell
Running
people
backwards.
they can't use the runner for that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be really challenging for me too to do it well and still like put the strength days in there and not completely destroy everyone. So I think it'll be cool.
That's cool.
I've wanted to do it for a
We'll-
long time. And a couple
That's
people
good.
always request certain hero workouts in November because obviously there's Chad for Veterans Day, but like Marine Corps birthday is in November. And like we have a member who served with McCluskey when he was killed in action. So like we always do that. So we already do like a handful in November. I was like, what's the difference? 5 and 30.
DVB. Make sure you put DVB in it.
Is that the one where you carry the ball?
That's
or-
the one with the
running with
med
the
ball
wall.
and the burpee pull-ups,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's the
no,
med
that's
ball
rope
and
climb.
rope climbs and wobbles. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
these are
very
fun.
good. But it's not good.
It's bad. We're also doing the 13th of November. Is that what we said? We're going to do. So there was a guy on the show 2 weeks ago who started crossing in a prison with another guy who's still in prison. That guy who's still in prison, the Damien guy, his wife emailed me and was like, "Hey, just listen to your show. I'm married to Damien. He's still in prison." It's big, long, like really nice email. When I opened it first, I was like, "Oh shit, what have we done?" Like that's where my brain went immediately. Was like, this guy didn't actually start it and he's lying or something. But no. But yeah, so we're going to do at Crash at 179 at Method. We're going to do a workout across the 3 gyms in a day. Each of the guys are going to program one of the workouts, and then we're going to send money to that Redemption Road CrossFit, and then we're going to do another one in the start of next year for 180 Project, which is a UK version of the same charity, basically. They're not the same company, but it's a similar idea. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll put up a donation link or something, and you can donate, and we'll get really, really fit prisoners who, I think the logic is that as soon as they get released from prison, they come out and murder someone, but they do it like faster, and then they just get
more
sent
efficient.
back in. But they can't. The police can't catch them as well because they're so much fitter. So everybody wins. That is not what it's for. But if you read the comments, that's what people think it's for. JR, thanks. Johnny, thanks. Enjoy your partner series. JR, enjoy. I'm sure your members are going to just fucking hate Johnny for the whole month of November. Jamie, thanks. James Sprague is on with Sevon like now. It started 5 minutes ago. So go and watch that and say that we sent you. Thank you. God bless.